again. The immortals grant our wish, which is to not see the immortals, which is weird.
Yeah, screw that map. It's out. What else is out, Kev?
Well, we do have the draft lobby, apparently.
I'll just tell you what's in. How's that?
Okay, you can go with that.
Cursed Hollow.
Oh, yes. Cursed Hollow is going to be our map. I'm very excited to do that. You talked about Cursed Hollow while we were waiting, and I just start doing the Cursed Hollow voice. It's like, anytime I hear Cursed Hollow, I start doing the Ravenlord voice. I don't know why.
It's not a bad voice to do, man. I can think of many things wrong that you could be doing instead.
It's true. It's true. There are always worse things, like crack. Don't do crack, kids.
Yep. Or Teemo voices. Never do Teemo voices.
Oh my god, my roommate in college used to play World of Warcraft, and he had a gnome, and I always used to hear that "I'm still recharging" thing all the time. That's a voice you never should do. I just did.
And on that note, let's go to the draft. Plato is going to be blue, but they are not getting the first pick.
They are not. In fact, it's going to be Complexity picking up the first pick, first ban here. They will ban out Sylvanas, a very, very strong ban here. And of course, Zeratul now has to ban out Zeratul, or they give it over to Complexity.
And that is something you never give Complexity. McIntyre, Zeratul, just godlike. Too good.
It's really funny because I always notice that anytime we're going against a team, you're like, you don't want to let the other team have Zeratul, and you always name the Zeratul player. It's like, nobody Zeratul feels special anymore. It's just everybody's good at Zeratul now. Or Zeratul is just that good that everybody just seems so demolishing with him. It's such a shame in a way. Because like used to be like iDream, but now it's just like anybody on some other team is gonna be good at Zeratul.
I'm here to
a lot of the teams do carry those melee assassins now these days. That's the rise of Illidan kind of gave way to the rise of Zeratul now, as Illidan has kind of been nerfed into the ground. We've not seen a lot of Illidan this week, have we?
Really haven't. But you know what we have seen? A lot of Jaina, which goes over to Complexity, and a lot of Kael'thas and Johanna, which is what Plato some Tangos is going to pick up here. Both, again, just really good setup. What? It's an Abathur pick from Complexity.
I was gonna say, did we kind of jinx ourselves?
Yeah, right. Cast his curse.
Logical decision.
So Fast and Furious, as I said, for the draft, it's just going every which way. Mirrodin is to be added there to the Abathur. Now, is Butcher banned?
Yes.
So I think PBSD asking if Butcher's banned so that they don't have to waste a ban on this. So could this be an Illidan ban?
I would assume it's I'm trying to think of who else would have
Kerrigan.
Abathur. Yeah, Kerrigan
likes to run Kerrigan.
Yeah, but Kerrigan Abathur I don't think is that great of a composition, right? If you have Illidan, Illidan's got sustain, so Abathur can sit there and shoot out spines all the time. And PBST already has Johanna, so we're not going to see that synergy either. So I'm very curious to see what Complexity is going to do. If PBST bans out Illidan, they do.
Called it.
So now what does Complexity do?
So if Complexity, they might be baited into banning out Nazmodan. If it's not going to be an Nazmodan, it's probably going to be like Uther or something. Nope, it will be Azmodan.
Yeah, Azmodan. When you see the Johanna, you just think Azmodan immediately.
Yep. That's kind of become the thing now for the last few weeks. That is
especially when you have an Abathur, you want to make sure the enemy doesn't have an Azmodan because you just guess where the Abathur is, and all of a sudden it's a dead Abathur.
I'm not sure that you can actually kill at steady ranks of stacks. I don't think you can actually one-shot Abathur. You'd have to have like 500 within the first 13 minutes or so, and we haven't really seen that since the June qualifiers.
That's true. Well, he's only got 1,000 health at level 10, so...
Yeah, but at level 10, you're not hitting for 1,000. You're hitting for about 700-800.
800, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't actually think you can do it. Plato, some Tangos, though, they're going to be taking a note out of the double support book, and it will be a Tassadar Malfurion.
That's
what they run last game.
Well, they're running light on damage at this point.
Yeah, but that's exactly what they ran last game, which was the Malfurion and the Tassadar. Wasn't it a Rhaegar Tassadar?
It was nope. It was Tassadar. Yeah, it might have been Tassadar, right?
Yeah, it's Tassadar.
We just played this game.
We just played this. Okay, hold on here, Jester.
No, Rhaegar was Complexity.
Yeah.
It was Malfurion and Tassadar.
Yeah, it's my fantastic.
It's
I
the
was about to
same
say, you're the one who has to have memory here because my memory, for some godforsaken reason, has like capacity of maybe 13 kilobytes.
Castar, Malfurion, Mirrodin, Kael'thas, Sylvanas. Very similar to this draft so far. Now, complexity, though, with that Illidan ban, still can be a Kerrigan pick. Kerrigan, Jaina is a ridiculously good early game roam. The problem is that they're kind of leaving a lane open for Abathur.
Kerrigan, though, this is something that we talked about with Dreadnought. She's got such a certain window that you have to win the game by.
I will fight.
So I don't know if Complexity really wants to put that
They're thinking of
on
it.
themselves.
They're
That
extending their
limit.
timer.
Yeah.
They pick up the Rhaegar, so the Rhaegar's still very susceptible here for picking up a melee. If it is going to be the Kerrigan Jaina, you are right though. You have to win faster rather than letting it get dragged out into the endgame.
Well, I have to say, their drafting certainly has some sort of complexity to it. Because they're picking up that Abathur's second pick, but they don't seem to have any synergy just yet. They are lagging this out too.
Well, it's not all just
Whoa!
it's not all just about the melees when you pick up an Abathur. He's still great at double soaking, tribute fights. He's going to be coming into a big part of it. It might not even be an ultimate evolution. It might be a monstrosity and just do the split push. It's a big map for it, and a big map does lend itself nicely to a Falstad as well.
Oh man, I said lagging out again.
Okay, you did.
That's the first time today, then. So
Yeah,
we're doing
you're getting
right.
better. But I've also now still come to a lot of puns. So.
Yeah, we're going back.
Balance.
Balance.
So
Hashtag balance.
could the Falstead actually be a little bit of a counter pick to save the Abathur? Nobody can get from point to point quite like a Falstead.
That's true. And, well, I'm just trying to think of where the Abathur hats are going to sit. I would assume, I guess, on Muradin or Rhaegar. Maybe we see a little bit more of a fight dog
Muradin.
on that Rhaegar.
Very unlikely.
Yeah, I'm just
The human
trying
is
to come
too
up
good
with something
to-
here.
It's too good.
Yeah,
PPST needs to put up a damage dealer. They can go Zagara, they can go Vala. Everybody else is basically picked at this point. Could be call me crazy, could be a Tychus.
I think Tychus would be a good pickup. I like Tychus.
Tychus laser. Yeah.
The auto attacks are very, very good. Well, the lasers normally, if you see an Illidan, I'd actually normally prefer Odin for other situations. Well, Vala, of course, is a
That looks
is
safe.
a good. Yeah, that was a safer pick. I just want to see Tychus again. I miss him. miss that.
I miss my Tychus. You only really see Tychus whenever there's a melee to deal with, namely Illidan, and we don't see Illidan much, so therefore we don't see Tychus much.
I don't see the Abathur yet. I really don't see it.
So there's a few things there. Could be mind games. Abathur forced out an Illidan ban, you noticed.
Picking an Abathur to force out the Illidan ban is not worth it, I don't think.
It's more, I think, complexity. It's just more to see what kind of reactions PPST would have. So the Illidan ban, they might not have at all, decided to go Illidan whatsoever. It could have been a Kerrigan to the last, all the way until they decided to save the Abathur by taking away the Falstad. There's a lot of things it could have been. It just very well might have been, just a pick, and they expected to get an Illidan, and they didn't expect a ban. There's a lot of ways it could have gone.
When Zeratil's already gone, then you pick an Abathur, you have to expect the Illidan to go, which, I don't know. It's a weird set of drafting coming out here from Complexity, but of course, we will have to see how this game unfurls as we get into the game. I believe I just need to let them know that we are ready to go.
Yes, please do.
And with that, everybody's ready. Everybody's set. Let's go. Maybe? No? Okay, we're going to take a couple seconds. All right, I was getting all hyped up for game number 2 or something. Shame on me, I guess.
You can't really force it with players. Just like,
Right.
and here we...
Wait for it.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Like, you just can't do it.
It sounded like you were drowning or something there for a second.
You're holding your breath. Right?
That's true.
There. Okay, Cursed Hollow.
All right.
Collect the tributes, curse your enemies, curse your forts and minions too. No Sylvanas this round because of the ban.
The first ban, Sylvanas, getting rid of the mobile curse, as we love to call her on this map. A very wise pickup.
Yeah, but Complexity didn't want to deal with it. They're still not going to get that Zeratul, however, but, I mean, it's not all for loss. We're coming into this. Complexity is still sitting. Why is it's still sitting 1 up here in this best of 3, which means this is match point for them. And the boys in blue, they got to make this work. Pool Plato, some tangos really showed us some gusto there in game number 1. We'll have to see what they can do here. Game 2 with King Plato, Apollo, Tiger JK, B-Kid, and Prismaticism.
And on the right-hand side, it's Complexity Gaming, McIntyre, Caterpillar, Hans in the mid lane, Trummel at top, and down in the bottom lane, it's Blinks.
Linkaroo.
Not going for the tower.
And right now, we also don't have a 3-man anywhere because of the Abathur. So because of the Abathur, I mean, sure, you're going to have a little bit of extra lane presence, and he can kind of help soak in other lanes, but this is a big advantage, I think, early for Pool Plato some tangos, because look at this, up top. It's going to be the Kale, it's going to be the Vala. Sure, there's no Sylvanas, but there's only one defender.
Yes, I'm really hoping we're going to see that the Abathur moves on up there to help defend. Those Locusts really help push out those lanes. They've got so much health. But we are already starting to see the Symbiote, at least, to help deal with a little bit of that damage. Trummel trying to waste away a couple of those creeps.
Wow, Cattle and McIntyre are both going to be heading northward. That means it's just leaving Hans to defend up against B-Kid.
That means that, yeah, that's an interesting decision. I guess he's going to hope that those, yeah, he's going to have to use his own Symbiote to hold that off.
Yep, Symbiote and Locusts. Those are the only things really able to soak that experience. Caterpillar and McIntyre, however, I mean, they're obviously called out as MIA. They're not going to get anything done top. They're back mid, but still, the slow push is starting to resume top.
Yeah, and they're already starting to get close to those towers. The towers are starting to lose a little bit of ammo. Of course, if you waste out all of the tower's ammo, it takes a good amount of time for them to pick that all back up again.
Caterpillar and McIntyre are bouncing back and forth, a little bit of ping pong. No real experience has been lost as of yet, but no progress has really been made between King Plato and Apollo either.
You know what? Denying that progress is huge because you have that Abathur. You lack that extra body on the map. That's actually very impressive from Complexity to be able to deny that type of progress. Having only Trummel in the top lane and look at how little damage are on those towers, that's impressive.
Yeah, so what I thought might be actually a big advantage for Pool Plato doesn't really seem to actually translate to such. So B-Kid in the mid, he's still doing the good work. Prismaticism in the bottom, though, is really starting to pressure Blinks in and around the place. And so they also abandon the top. They go Merking, which is really good timing rotation because 2 minutes these Mercs comes up, and the first tribute can be 2:15. So far, it looks like it's either going to be 2:30 or 2:45, and, well, somewhere in between.
Yeah, well, it does pop up in the bot lane. However, the thing about picking up mercenary camps against an Abathur is Abathur can easily just go pop up there and start throwing down those Locusts and use the Symbiote until the last second he's needed at the bot lane. So he can hold off those mercenary camps a little bit better, but actually, wow, look at this. We're seeing that Trummel and Tiger JK are staying up here for this tribute fight, trying to soak as much as possible. In fact, not many people are moving down for this tribute.
Well, we got King Plato, Prismaticism. Blinks, unfortunately, is not really going to get a huge amount done, not after that kind of poke. So unless the rest of everyone kind of comes down, King Plato's going to pick it up. Oh, Vala paid the price there. And we actually still got the interrupt there on Plato. This could be a double kill.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a very nice play here from Complexity to be able to come down here, delaying the tribute just long enough for them to pick up not only Apollo, but also the Kael'thas as well. So very, very good play coming out here, and they defend top without losing any damage from those mercenary camps.
So, yeah, double plus good. That's really big marks right there for Complexity, making that happen. The Abathur was a big part of that as well. He's just kind of sitting very hunky-dory on top of Mirrodin. So Apollo's going to come back over the top. The push is not real whatsoever. What kind of level 7 talents are about to show up here, Kev?
Yeah, well, we're probably going to see Rhaegar picking up Cleanse, I would have to assume. Maybe not.
There's only really Roots and Blessed
Or
Shield.
Farsight. Yeah, Farsight or Cleanse is going to be probably level 7. No, actually, Earth Shield. Okay, still going to go for Earth Shield.
Shield is the
Shields are really good. Yeah, shields are shields. Those are very, very useful. We're seeing, of course, the Boomerang coming out there from the Falstad. Abathur probably going to pick up the Spine talent.
It's either got to be that or Mule. Really no other choices that
That's
we've
true.
seen in previous games. We did actually just pick up the bruisers here mid as well, so cool Plato. They're going to have some pressure on the map, but they don't really have the numbers down here, I don't think. I mean, Blinks, Caterpillar, McIntyre seems a little bit better because there's no Malfurion.
Yeah, Malfurion still has to walk his way down here, but this gives a huge amount of time for Complexity to just chip away at the damage. Oh my god, wow, Johanna taking a whole bunch of damage, but is healed back up, and Complexity taking a huge loss during this fight.
Yep, Malfurion came down. They got aggressive, and they used their numbers advantage to them. So any kind of big early advantage that we had here from Complexity was immediately vaporized. At the same time, Trummel's pushing down top. The entire top gate is gone. We've had Blinks now just kind of holding down the fort with the mercenaries bottom. That's almost a tower down here by themselves as well. So it might be a lost tribute, but the experience advantage should have actually gone over to Complexity during all that.
Well, we see a little bit of even footing for both these teams now. I think Complexity was sitting pretty healthy when we were going 6 into 7, but now going into level 9, both of them are pretty much on the same level.
So eventually the lead shows itself. It took a little bit to actually accumulate, but with those two deaths, Complexity haven't really been able to do much since. Now we have both tributes bottom. Now they're coming up top, and it's actually favored towards Complexity on this one.
Yeah, Complexity is going to have a little bit of an easier time. We can see the Pool Platos have a huge choke point that they have to walk through if they really want to defend this, or they come in from a really awkward angle. I feel like they just want to go back and just kind of push with these mercenary camps and not really deal with this. Level 10 is so close for both these teams. Yeah, it's going to go down for both these teams at the exact same time.
Trummel can fly into the fight. And Abathur, of course, will hat. Abathur is going to take that ultimate evolution. Going to have to look for double Janas in these fights. And there it is. Hans on top of McIntyre. Prismaticism will find them. Hans is going to be going forward. He's going to soak up a little bit of damage. Got some good return on top of that Archon. But the Archon is still going. Blinks does fly down. Trummel flies down. But he body blocks Blinks. And Rhaegar is actually going to be the only one here to drop.
He comes down so incredibly late that they're able to pick up that tribute. Not a problem at all. And look at what they're doing with this map advantage, Jester. They're going straight for this boss on Complexity's side.
What's the hotkey for our timers? Because we're not here.
Timers? What timers?
The heroic timers. I don't have them.
Oh, it's Control-Shift-T.
Yeah. It's okay, cool, great. So, boss gonna be stolen out there. Does look like finally the Hinterland's Blast is gonna go down, but Murden, just cannot sustain through that level of damage. Not yet. B-Kid, however, could still go down. A nice shield at the end of it there. And it looks like he will be okay. So, boss done, tribute done. Next one is actually gonna spawn on their side.
Yeah, they get a really nice RNGesus spray going down here as they get the beautiful tribute on their side. And this is pretty much the inverse of what we were just saying before. This is now where this forces the opposing team, Complexity, to go through a huge choke point. So this works out very well for them because they have that kill boss and Malfurion with the roots, etc. But not only that, but there's a huge boss barreling down on the top fort. It means that top fort's going to go down pretty easily. And they pick up their own boss yet again.
Trummel's way up top. McIntyre nowhere even close to this fight. So double boss hype going to go the way here for Pool Plato Sumchangos. They got the curse as well. Trummel's going to do his best to keep that top push, but everybody's making a beeline mid as that boss is going to start barreling down bottom lane.
Yes, and this is going to be possibly a pickup here on Blinks. Now remember, he didn't pick up Cleanse, so he has no way to get out of those roots. The roots were massive there. Very, very good play there from Tiger JK. Meanwhile, they look like they don't even want to bother with the fort. They know the creeps are going to go for it, so they're going to take out the towers. And that's going to net them 650 experience a pop.
And so far, all they're really trading it is Johanna's hit point. No big kill is going to be able to go down here. Abathur, of course, is going to need that hat on somebody, and nobody's going to be able to dive into it. At the other point, he has to use an evolution, and that's just not really a cooldown you're going to use at that point. Bottom has been basically untouched at this point. McIntyre is down here. They got the Stone Bros there helping out as well. But by all means, all three forts are going to drop in that curse tribute, and that gives us 13 talent tier here.
I like how the boss just walks through the Siege Giants. And then the Siege Giants to say, he walked too far. We're going to keep walking forward.
Yeah, we give up.
We've gone too far.
I don't think this is going to be any towers. He goes for the gate first and just doesn't really have the hit points to sustain past it. So a lot of map freedom afforded here to the pool Platos.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, really nice setting for them into the mid to late game. They've got a whole level over their opponents. They've got so much work done everywhere. This forces Complexity to be incredibly defensive with their positioning. And because of that, they get to just run around and pick up all the mercenary camps that pop up.
Phoenix is going to get out here. B-Kid and crew just really trying to stymie any kind of big aggression here into the mid, but still that one creep. Yeah, it's enough. Caterpillar's able to seal the deal. He does have Sledgehammer again, as a note.
He does?
Yep.
Oh, wow. He loves his Sledgehammer build. Though, then again, look at the opponent's side. There's not really that much auto attack. Just really? Vala. I mean, like, Vala's got auto attack. She went Hungering Arrow build.
Yep. Vala Archon, and she's not lining up for the 12 arrows, but she's definitely going to get 8 out of it. And B-Kid is going to find a little bit of trouble there in the bush. And the bush party, Caterpillar, he just pops out that avatar, but that's just a clone that's going to go down. That's a lot of heroics from both sides.
That is, the clone going down there was absolutely massive. It went down so quickly, it didn't even do any damage. So that just means that Abathur has to rely on Symbiotes here. Caterpillar coming on in here, trying to fight over this little point for the bruisers. I don't know if it's going to work. Wow, Tiger JK with the really clutch ice block to block out that Hinterlands Blast. Trouble is just not doing that much damage. The Blessed Shield is so good. It kill everybody except for McIntyre and, of course, the Abathur.
And more importantly as well, they got those bruisers, which could just lead into a keep here at the 11-minute mark. That keep going down, it's going to be a level 16 talent tier advantage going the way of the Platos. And you're right, the evolution didn't really get a lot of work done. The Ancestral way too late to keep the Mirrodin up. And there it is. Keep level 16 and the next tribute into the pockets of the pool Plato to boot.
Yeah, level 16 over level 14. Jester, please, Jester.
It's not quite the sweet spot, but it's a pretty good spot to be in.
It's a pretty nice spot, especially as the tributes are now coming back up again. This is going to be a very difficult spot. This is going to be at least 2 tributes going on over to Plato. Pool Platos,
some tangos.
Before we're going to see level 16 coming out from their opponents.
Yep. Should be, another minute and a half?
Probably.
For the next tribute?
Probably about another minute before they're going to hit 16.
If I remember the exact cooldowns.
Really well.
It's either 45 seconds or it's a minute and a half. I can never remember.
I think it's 45 seconds.
Well, we'll find out at 12:45. Now, we do got, again, a lot of map positioning here and the level 16 hype for Pool Plato Tangos. They're going to go straight up to this boss, and it's a pretty predictable move, I think. Complexity all over it. The big thing is, can they make anything happen here?
I don't know if they can. They've got all the heroics up. Here comes the clone of Hans on the Jaina yet again, trying to be a bully on Apollo, but it's just not working out. You can't duel a Hungering Arrow build Vala that well. And because there's nothing else, those arrows just went straight all over the clone. And Apollo is perfectly fine in terms of health, except for that Hinterlands Blast is going to take out the Tassadar very quickly. In fact, B-Kid's going to lose very quickly as well. Tranquility going out a little delayed here, but that's okay. They are still able to pick up a double kill on Complexity. McIntyre trouble still so low. They've got to back up here.
So it's 60 seconds between tributes.
So both.
There it is. Yeah. Both. It's somewhere in the middle, yeah. So that was... Again, I'm looking at these healers and go, Tiger JK really waited for that tranquility. In fact, we had already lost the Tassadar, and Johanna went very quickly after that as well. And then finally we had the tranquility. But the problem from Complexity is not only were they down, the levels and the tier, but they also forgot that Kael'thas was level 16. He got huge value. The Strafe got huge value. And that's why they're able to solidify another tribute.
You say the Complexity was down a tier, but I think they're dropping a lot of tiers during this game. It's 17-16. They've lost a keep already. This is not looking too great for them right now, especially because they haven't taken a single fort of their opponents.
Yeah, that is a big credit there to the Pool Platos. They have top, bottom, and mid all virtually untouched.
Yeah. Not even, well, actually, I would say everything's virtually touched or untouched in this game, considering it's a video game. It's all virtual, Jester. It's not real.
Thanks. This game's life, man. This game is life.
It's my life lately. It's our lives lately.
Exactly. No games here. All right, Fly going up. Trummel's going to try to take care of those mercenaries. Level 17 apiece. And this could be a curse tribute if it goes over to the cool Platos. Now, are they actually going to contest this? Will they poke and soak? It does look like they are very interested in trying to cut off McIntyre from the rest of the crew there.
Yeah, McIntyre, of course, is going to be a really big set of damage on complexity. If you can take that out before the fight, ooh, you're going to be sitting in a pretty good spot, though. Hans has used the clone, trying to get into the back line to do some pretty good damage on Tiger JK, but again, Hans's clone is cleaned up so incredibly quickly. Alvarez is really following in there. McIntyre getting the Ancestral to stay alive. There's the Tranquility coming out there from Tiger JK, keeping everybody just a little bit... Well, actually, everybody's pretty fine in terms of HP, so that Tranquility, for the most part, kind of wasted. So you can see Complexity disengages when that Tranquility goes off, and now they're going to try and re-engage.
Trumbo with that arrow build. Trumbo with that arrow build. Oh, Apollo really showing us the strength of that Q with that pickup. Trumbo just had nowhere to go, and now minus that false stud and everybody else not looking so healthy. This is going to be the retreat from Complexity. They have lost out that tribute. They're likely to lose out bosses, if not keeps at this point. And just like, it looks like just communication errors all the way around. McIntyre way too far forward. Had to get the Ancestral. Trumbo off to the side. Couldn't win a duel against a Q build Vala. It's just not looking that good for them.
Oh man, that prescience going off at the right second there for Fanaticism. He was able to stay alive for just a little bit longer. B-Kid, though, has to stay on the point. Oh my god, are they? Oh, that was so close. Caterpillar was trying to make that happen. Don't think it's gonna happen, though. Look at the amount of health that he's got, though, that they have to chew through. He's staying on that point for a good amount of time, but Symbio and every other heal in the world is not going to keep him alive for long enough. Legs getting the Ancestral at the last second.
Trumbo's going to be flying into this one. Immediately has to barrel roll out to safety. And as I said, you know, they're likely to get one boss. They're very likely to get another. It looks like it is going to be a steal on the Bruisers here as well. And with this curse, still 8 seconds left to go. This boss is going to get some pretty decent value because not only does Complexity have to deal with it, they had to deal with these catapults now coming out mid. Bottom fort is taking a good lick in there as well. And this is just going from good to better for King Plato, or King Plato, yeah, for Pool Plato.
Yeah, see?
Fine, King Plato too. Why not? Team captain right there on that kill pass. He's doing work, man.
Yeah, he is definitely doing a lot of work. There, I mean, looking at the hero damage as well, actually, impressively enough, that Vala, the Hungering Arrow build, is taking top heroic damage. 39,000.
It's the strafe.
The strafe as well, that's true.
Those that we've had really money strafes. I gotta really give it to him. So the Q build for the catch, the strafes have not been interrupted whatsoever. Nice catch on the Giants, but unfortunately they're not really gonna get a lot of value. And actually, them going down ticks us 20. What do we got on the board, Kev?
Yeah, we've got the Indestructible this time going down on Johanna, which is a good thing. Go Johanna. Double bolts. We've got the Twilight Archon. And then, of course, the Storm Shield on Malfurion just to deal with that Hinterlands Blast. That's going to be a great pickup, denying so much damage there. The boss is so healthy. This actually might allow them to put a good amount of pressure on the core.
Well, at the rate that it's going down, I don't even think it's going to be breaking the shield. Big fight, though. Good stun, and the crispy taco is real. Trummel just immediately takes down the Kel'Thas. Another big strafe going out, but Jaina is actually going to be the one to go down. Apollo is looking for Blinks, who has to use the Ancestral, and now we're just kind of leaving Caterpillar, whose own devices cannot land on top of that Golem. And speaking of that Golem, as you said, this could be a big chunk. This could be the game, my friend.
Oh my god, 17% and dead. The core is gone. We'll play to some Tango's gonna take game number 2, evening out that best of 3, 1-1.
There's going to be a lot of talk about Abathur in this one. You called it back a draft. I thought maybe it was going to be mind games and they had something for a plan by the end of it, but it just didn't really look like a very powerful pick.
Really didn't impress me too much. It had the most heroic damage for a bit, but I just feel like the clones were underutilized. It was running straight into the back lines and just immediately getting eliminated without the rest of the team collapsing in and really using the pressure that it created. It just kind of ran in there, didn't do that much, and died. I don't know if that was Hans's fault or if that was the rest of Complexity's. Abathur, though, did not seem to have his synergy with the team.
And as well, I mean, still we had stuns leading into Hinton's blasts, but other than just kind of that one big burst, there wasn't a lot of punch left for Complexity. The double clones really didn't get a lot of value. Jaina consistently caught out of position. Valor really showing the strength of the Q build. They're chasing down not only Jaina's, but the very important Falstead kills by the end of it. So not entirely too sure where the draft was going by the end of it. And Complexity, well, they dropped. And that means it's game number 3. Oh, as casters, we adore game number 3, don't we?
Game number 3 is only trumped by game number 5, but
7.
we only have a best of 3. No. 7's way too far. 5 is the money. 3 is good. 5 is the money. 7 is please stop.
Sounds like this little piggy went to market kind of rhyme.
Yeah, basically. This is what I'm going to teach my children. This little best of 3
all
went
important game 3 and the revered game 5, but screw the rest. Yeah. Good life lessons for your kids, ladies and gentlemen.